Free speech matters, the Democratic Party chair declares that socialism is the future, and Me Too enthusiast Justin Trudeau just may be a Me Too offender himself. Coming up on Today with 2 cents. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Today with 2 cents, wrapping up your weekly news. People on the left and right are often fond of talking about the values of free speech. But now, an editorial at the New York Times claims that the political right has weaponized the First Amendment.
On Saturday, the New York Times, the most famous and influential publication in the country, ran a front-page article titled "How Conservatives Weaponized the First Amendment." Let me restate something. This is the New York freaking Times, okay? It's not some back page op-ed, but it's on the front page as an actual article. The article goes on to point out how free speech cases brought to the Supreme Court back in the 50s and 60s had a much higher win rate than today. Here's a quick quote. Conservative groups, borrowing and building on the arguments developed by liberals, have used the First Amendment to justify unlimited campaign spending, discrimination against gay couples, and attacks on the regulation of tobacco, pharmaceuticals, and guns.
Leftists always claim that their ideas are superior, that any rational person would adopt their viewpoint, and that anyone who breaks ranks from the progressive agenda must be either ignorant or evil. However, if their ideas are so good, why exactly do they feel the need to suppress the free speech of people who disagree? And how on earth does one weaponize a person's right to express their own viewpoint? No one is required to listen. And if their ideas are really so bad, won't everyone instantly realize that when they hear dissenting opinions? There is only one reason anyone would suppress free speech, and that's because they know that dissenting opinions are a threat to their power over others. The once proud New York Times is now a leftist rag. But then, so is just about every other media outlet out there these days.
Welcome to the Echo Chamber. I'm your host, Dr. Mack. In today's news, a poll shows Obama's, praise be unto him, approval rating is down 3 points. This poll also clearly displays that racism in America is up 3 points.
Since last week, news has been buzzing about Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez cinching a Democratic Party nomination for New York's 14th district and pushing out longtime incumbent Joseph Crowley. Cortez, a self-described democratic socialist of the Bernie persuasion, is promising free stuff out the wazoo. This week, the Democratic Party chair, Tom Perez, has declared that the move towards full-blown socialism is now the future of the Democratic Party.
Have American voters moved as far to the left as Democrats apparently have? Democrat leaders and their friends in the media are enthusiastically embracing anti-business socialists like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, the 28-year-old who defeated longtime Congressman Joe Crowley in the New York State primary. But will this strategy hurt them in the fall?
Not so long ago, socialism was the future of Brazil and of Venezuela. And let's not forget to mention the entire Soviet bloc, along with China, North Korea, etc. But wait, those weren't examples of real socialism, right? How many times does this crap have to fail before people wise up? Probably at least one more time, since there will always be people who'd rather steal other people's stuff than work for their own. I'll never cease to tire pointing out everything wrong with socialism, as I've done many times on this channel. But I'll say that if the Democratic Party swings hard left and starts winning elections, it will only speed up the inevitable collapse that always results from the failures of socialism. If that's what it takes for them to learn the error of their ways, then they'll get everything they deserve.
Ow!
I'm not going to call the hospital because you won't learn anything if I do.
A video clip that went viral this week showed a grown man stealing the Make America Great Again hat of a teenager at a Whataburger, throwing a drink on the teenager, and then shouting obscenities as he walked out of the restaurant, vowing to burn the hat. If you haven't seen the clip, here it is.
Supporting the president. You ain't supporting shit. Okay. It's gonna go great in my fire, please. Alright, have fun with it.
Tolerance, respect, diversity. That's the message of the left, right? Wrong. Every week there's a new example of just how totalitarian and agree with me or die the left is. Word has gotten out that this man was fired from his part-time job and has been arrested. But notice that the teenager in the clip remained peaceful throughout the exchange, despite the man's aggressions.
Not only is there no chance that you'll ever be right, all signs suggest you will never even come close once in your lifetime. The only way you'll ever be right is to repeat everything I say, word for word, to every single person you know. Until then, you're wrong.
Soy King Justin Trudeau of the Canadian Empire has been an outspoken supporter of Me Too, like every other leftist icon. However, along with Clinton, Schneiderman, Franken, and many others, could it be that he too is guilty of sexual assault?
The allegation dates back to a BC festival in August of 2000, well before Trudeau entered politics. The next day, an unsigned editorial appeared in the local newspaper, the Creston Valley Advance. It accused Trudeau of groping and inappropriately handling an unnamed young female reporter. There were no other specifics about the alleged physical contact. The editorial says when Trudeau was asked about the incident, he responded, "I'm sorry, if I had known you were reporting for a national paper, I never would have been so forward."
If I apologized later, then it would be because I sensed that she was not entirely comfortable with the interaction we had.
Is Trudeau guilty? I'm not in a position to know, but it certainly wouldn't surprise me. This isn't to say that there haven't been sexual abusers on the political right. There have been. But the left never seems capable of holding their own to the standard that they preach, until such time as they leave office and are no longer useful.
Who lives in the east neath the willow tree? Sexual harassment. Panda, who explains sexual harassment to you and me? Sexual harassment. Panda.
And you all know what's up next. It's Weekly Hottie time. Drum roll, please. This week's Weekly Hottie is... well, there's actually not just one. In honor of the 4th of July, Sports Illustrated put out a red, white, and blue bikini barrage. Nina Agdal was the face of the video, but she wasn't alone. And that's it for this week. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And that is my 2 cents. Take it for what it's worth.